selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Brian Marozak back on the Browns Insurance Group pregame show. High school baseball action on WMBS this afternoon. The Uniontown Red Raiders hosting the Ringgold Rams in a Section 3 4A matchup, being joined by Uniontown head coach Kenny Musco. And Kenny, certainly a tough series against Laurel Highlands on Monday and Tuesday. Your team was a little shorthanded due to some COVID protocols and really took it on the chin against the Mustangs.
Yeah, and you know what? Not to make excuses or anything like that. I mean, we have some guys filling in that I feel they're qualified to do their parts, and it's just, I think it's just having that rival back. They got a little tight and, just made some routine errors, man. Both games, I think that obviously you saw it. It's just, things I thought they could overcame and just being young and getting in there again. Some of the kids that have, obviously having that week off and with the rain and protocol with the COVID, where they just getting back into it. They just had some little mistakes that cost them. So, yeah, definitely had some setbacks, man, for sure. And that's been the season, all season. We kind of giving the teams, we're not giving them what they earn. We're giving them a little more, so it cost us a little bit for sure. Yeah, nothing to take away from their pitching either, though. They had two good kids on the mound in Chambers day one through Jim. So, congratulations to him for sure.
We have an opportunity with 2 conference games remaining to finish on a high note. You'll get some guys back here for the Ringgold series.
I think we're okay. I think we're going to be okay. We've been looking forward to it. We thought we were going to, have a chance to squeeze in still, but Elizabeth Ford eliminated the chances there pretty much. If now we can knock Ringgold out because they could tie Elizabeth Forward. If Elizabeth Forward lose and Ringgold would win 2, they'd have a chance to tie and then move in and there. So we're gonna try and bust that apart a little bit. Definitely, like you said, go out on a high note. Looking forward to it, man. I want the kids to end on a high note. They're a little stressed. The stress of the playoffs are going now. I want them to come out and just have a good time and play ball.
And the future's certainly bright for your team with only 2 seniors on your roster this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, man, like young guys coming up through, we plan on getting started early. Hopefully we have a nice fall season, and I'm just looking forward to progressing with these guys, man.
What are your pitching plans for today?
I think I'm going to actually start Tate Musco. He's going to start, and then I'm going to relieve with Hunter Chuckcheck, and Eric Odom is playing, so we're going to go lefty and then 2 righties after. But whatever works, with a short leash on everybody. We have arms available, so real short leash on any kind of issues that come up. We're going to swap them out and go from there, man.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Enjoyed working with you this year.
You got it. Hey, Brian, thank you guys, man. Appreciate everything.
That's Uniontown head coach Kenny Musco. The Red Raiders hosting the Ringgold Rams. Will set the batting lineup for Ringgold and the defense for Uniontown. The Browns Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work. But you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Brian Marozak back here at Bailey Park in Uniontown. High school baseball action here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network. The Uniontown Red Raiders hosting the Ringgold Rams. We actually blew a couple of fuses down the first base lines. We had to get reset up or position behind home plate. Looking forward to bringing you all the action here today. Uniontown 3-11 overall, 2-8
In Section 3, 4A play, Ringgold 7-9 overall, 3-7 in conference play. Our broadcast today presented by Penn Residential, a human service agency that provides 24 hours around-the-clock service and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Brian Morozak, along with Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Uniontown trying to snap an 8-game losing streak and play spoiler here this afternoon. Ringgold trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Both teams were swept in their previous conference series this week. Uniontown dropped a pair of games to Laurel Highlands. The Rams were swept by West Mifflin. Uniontown is getting 4 players back today who missed Monday and Tuesday due to some COVID protocols and contact tracing, including Tate Musco, who will start on the mound for Uniontown today. The Ringgold Rams looking at their starting lineup. They will be countering on the other side here today with their pitcher as we go through the books. Again, a little helter-skelter here early on trying to get situated as we had to move our broadcast location here at the last minute. It's Lorenzo Glasser on the mound for the Ringgold Rams. And we'll have the batting lineup for Ringgold and the defense for Uniontown. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprouse Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulesinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. Need a touch-up or full body paint job? Our water-based paint system gives the best match for your color. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Zebley, Mahalev & White. It's gonna be all right.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here at historic Bailey Park, the Ringgold Rams to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off the center fielder, number 8, Joseph Shoemaker. Batting second and playing third base, number 23, Chad Barrett. Batting third and catching, number 13, Hunter Mamie. In the cleanup spot and playing shortstop, number 10, Eli Calloway. Batting fifth, the DH, Remington Lessman. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 32, Gage Fuller. Batting seventh in right field, Andrew Mackey. Batting eighth and playing in left field is Ashton Ray, and batting ninth in pitching, Lorenzo Glasser. Defensively for Uniontown, it's Tanner Uphold in left, Brock Sennett in center, and Eric Odom in right. Around the horn, Alec Pesco playing third, Hunter Chekchek playing short, Christian Thomas playing second, Wyatt Nails playing first, Tate Musco pitching, and Colt Sparks catching. We're back with the first pitch right after this. Uniontown hosting Ringgold Section 3 4A matchup from Bailey Park here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Essential Marcom specialized in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their portfolio at essentialmarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Marozak and Gary Frankhauser back here at Bailey Park, just about set to go. The Uniontown Red Raiders hosting the Ringgold Rams, and Gary, Ringgold still has some playoff aspirations. They need a couple of wins here against Uniontown and some help along the way. There's actually some situations where 6 of the 7 teams in the conference could still get into the postseason. Uniontown, on the other hand, they're trying to snap an 8-game losing streak and play spoiler here today.
And I think they would have some... I'm sorry. There we go. I think we would have some opportunity for Uniontown to play spoiler, and they would certainly like that. And getting back some of these players that have missed the last several games will certainly help Uniontown. On the Ringgold side, though, you have to believe they have some motivation to keep their hopes alive, even though there are very slim hopes, I would think, with Elizabeth Forward ahead of them. But things have been crazy throughout this entire high school season, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens here today.
I really can't ask for a better afternoon for high school baseball. Game time temperature in the low 60s under sunny skies.
Yeah, I mean, it's really much nicer than it was yesterday, that's for sure. And I brought my heavy coat here today just in case. But as the games proceed, or as the afternoon increases, we may see that temperature dropping. But right now, it's ideal conditions here at Bailey Park.
These two teams will play down at Ringgold tomorrow as well. Again, the Rams still some playoff aspirations, and we've seen Bell Vernon really fall apart. They got swept in a doubleheader yesterday by Elizabeth Forward. So the Leopards just hanging on to their playoff lives right now as well. And for teams like Greensburg-Salem, who is playing Bell Vernon here today in Ringgold, they still have an opportunity to sneak in. Looking right now at the Section 3 4A standings, West Mifflin, they've clinched the title at 10-1. Laurel Highlands at 9-3. Mustangs off today. Bell Vernon sitting at 5-5. Elizabeth Forward at 5-6. Those would be your 4 playoff teams right now. But both Ringgold and Greensburg-Salem sitting at 3-7 in the conference, still mathematically alive. This one of 3 conference games going on today. West Mifflin at Elizabeth Forward and Bell Vernon's at Greensburg-Salem. We're back with the first pitch right after this here from Bailey Park in Uniontown.
Penn Residential is a fast-growing human services agency currently seeking full-time and part-time direct support professionals to provide direct care and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities inside residential homes within local communities. If you are seeking a rewarding experience by making a difference in the lives of others, Penn Residential wants to hear from you. Their direct support professionals partner with adults and children with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their circles of support to help them achieve independence, growth, and happiness through high-quality creative services. Candidates must possess good communication skills, have a valid state driver's license, clean driving record over the past 3 years, and reliable transportation. At Penn Residential, direct support professionals will receive full benefits after 90 days, a 401k retirement plan with 6% employer match, medical and prescription drug insurance, vision and dental insurance, accrued time off, life insurance, and holiday pay. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers or call 724-635-0048. Penn Residential is an equal opportunity employer.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Essential Marcom specializes in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their portfolio at essentialmarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Brian Rozak and Gary Frankhauser back here at Bailey Park, just about set to go. The lefty, Tate Musco, finishing up his last couple of warm-up tosses to Colton Sparks. And Musco was one of the guys, Gary, that missed that series against Laurel Highlands, but good to see him back on the mound here today for the Uniontown Red Raiders.
Absolutely, young man that has had a very good season for the Uniontown Red Raiders in just a sophomore.
Freshman.
Freshman, that's right. I was mistaken on that. He's a freshman, and he's shown a very good amount of poise as a freshman. And this experience will certainly be invaluable to him moving forward.
And for Ringgold here in the top of the first is Joseph Shoemaker, Chad Barrett, and Hunter Mamie for the Ringgold Rams. And we'll get this contest underway here from Bailey Park as the wind's starting to pick up here a little bit, Gary.
Yeah, we got to nail some things down here.
Seems like every time we come down to Bailey Park, we have a new perspective, and today we're right behind home plate due to some power issues down the first baseline.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened down there, but this is always nice behind home plate. You get a really good look at the pitches coming in and good perspective on the ground balls and fly balls to the outfield, so we'll be fine here behind home plate.
Red Raiders in their home maroons, white numbers, Ringgold in their away dark blue with gold numbers and gray pants, and we're set to go as Tate Musco with the clean look in here to Joseph Shoemaker, and a swing and a miss there at the first pitch, and the count at 0-1.
Let's see what Mr. Musco can provide to the Uniontown Red Raiders. Hold this Ringgold lineup down.
Shoemaker popping this one up on the right side.
A lot of room over there.
Yes, but no room there for the Red Raiders to make a defensive play on it. Just like that, 2 strikes here on Joseph Shoemaker. We apologize, we don't have the normal score bug that we have for most of our broadcasts here today, just due to the fact that at the last minute we had to get relocated here right behind home plate, and wanted to make sure we can get this one on the air for you. 0-2 pitch on the way. That one in tight, little check swing. They're going to check it down at first base, and they're going to say Shoemaker did not go, so they count at 1-2 now. Must go to Shoemaker. And Ringgold coming in 7-9 overall, 3-7. In conference play. 1-2 pitch from Musco. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for strike 3, and down goes Shoemaker.
Good off-speed pitch there by Musco, just painting that outside corner, and that left-hander brings that in from outside the strike zone and catches that corner for the strikeout looking.
So 1 up, 1 down, and the future certainly bright for this Uniontown program. Only 2 seniors, Andrew Maher and Alex Pesco. Other than that, all underclassmen for Uniontown. They're going to be a team to be contending with in future years as Chad Barrett falls behind 0-1 here against Tate Musco.
They'll look for some good opportunities for practice over the summer, some participation in some leagues. Fall ball will be a key thing for Uniontown, and all that added up will certainly pay dividends to them next season.
0-1 pitch high and inside. Evens things up now at 1-1. Barrett batting .227. No homers and 6 RBIs so far this season. Breaking ball there, a little nubber foul, takes the count to 1-2. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser, Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Studios on this Wednesday afternoon. Our broadcast presented by Penn Residential, a human service agency providing 24 hours around-the-clock service and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Now time called here as Barrett will step out. And Musco looking for back-to-back strikeouts to start this game here for Uniontown. He'll wind and fire a 1-2 pitch. That one nubbed foul into the fence in front of us.
Check swing there by Barron. Almost had the opportunity for the strikeout there for Musco once again.
Barrett will be followed by Hunter Mamie, the Ringgold catcher. Now the 1-2 pitch again here for Musco. Another breaking ball missed high, and we're even at 2-2. These two teams will play in Carroll Township tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The final conference game of the season for both of these teams. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Another breaking ball missing a little high and outside. We go full of 3-2. Musco to Barrett. Top of the first just underway. Scoreless between Uniontown and Ringgold. Now the payoff pitch. Musco to Barrett. On the way, breaking ball catches the inside corner for strike 3. It's a couple of backward Ks already in our books, Gary. And 2 away here in the top half of the first inning.
Impressive start for Musco. Has those Ringgold Rams a little frozen in there at the plate, looking at 2 called strike 3s.
That'll bring up Hunter Mamie. Mamie, the catcher, batting .350 on the season. No homers and 9 RBIs for Mamie. And that one called a strike on the inside corner. Appeared to be a little inside there, but Musco getting the benefit of the doubt. And counted 0-1. We certainly have a good perspective on the balls and strikes here today. Another breaking ball, and this one hit on the ground to second. Christian Thomas, a little bobble trying to regain. Hard throw over to first, and they're going to say in time to Wyatt Nails. Bang, bang play. And Mamie ruled out at first on a very close call. So 1-2-3 top half of the first inning. Uniontown and Ringgold scoreless, heading to the bottom of the first here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Quilts are full of love in every stitch, but do you know how to make one? Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom. The retail shop at Amy's Quilt Room features a variety of high-quality fabrics, notions, patterns, and more. Inspiration will spark as soon as you walk through the door. Piece that inspiration into a project in the spacious classroom at Amy's Quilt Room, where sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced, are welcome. Amy's Quilt Room hosts a rotating calendar full of quilting and sewing classes, open sews, embroidery, technique, and specialty classes. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. Members of the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club enjoy discounts on merchandise, member-exclusive events, and much more. At Amy's Quilt Club, you'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. Join the patchwork family at Amy's Quilt Room. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to 20 West Penn Street in Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Moving now to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless between Uniontown and Ringgold. Red Raiders coming to bat, leading off the second baseman Christian Thomas, batting second and playing shortstop. Number 2, Hunter Chukchek. Batting third and pitching, number 1, Tate Musco. Batting fourth, the catcher Colton Sparks. Batting fifth, the DH, Aiden Martin. Tanner Uphold batting sixth. He's out in left field for Uniontown today. Wyatt Nails, the first baseman, batting seventh. Eric Odom in right field batting eighth, and Brock Sennett, the center fielder, batting ninth. Defensively for Ringgold, it's Ashton Ray in left, Joseph Shoemaker in center, Andrew Mackey in right. Around the horn, Chad Barrett playing third, Eli Calloway playing short, Joseph Sharon playing second, and Gage Fuller playing first. Lorenzo Glasser on the hill, and Hunter Mamie catching. And like Uniontown, it's a 4-game conference week for the Ringgold Rams. They certainly have to preserve their pitching to some degree.
Absolutely, and this game being the most important, the one you're playing today,
for
really
sure,
is going to tell a tale for Ringgold throughout the rest of the week. They are not able to get out of this game with a win. It pretty much
they're done as far as the playoffs. Yeah.
Yes.
Again, they'll need a win and a little bit of help as well. Some losses along the way from either Bell Vernon or Elizabeth Forward to get into the WPIAL playoffs. And as we said, there's some scenarios that actually exist where 6 of the 7 teams out of Section 3 could actually qualify for the playoffs. We'll see how everything shakes out. And Christian Thomas, another good young player for the Red Raiders, leading things off, sophomore. getting things started here for Uniontown in the bottom half of the first inning. And Thomas swings at the first pitch, grounder to third. Barrett there, long throw over to first in time to Gage Fuller to retire Christian Thomas 5-3 for the first out of the inning. So one pitch, one out there, Gary.
Yeah, that's great for Ringgold. As you said, the pitching's going to be a big part of their scenario for the rest of the week, but getting those one-pitch outs is huge.
Now bring up Hunter Chukchek, the Red Raiders shortstop. Really has done a nice job at the plate so far this season for the Red Raiders. He'll swing at the first pitch. This one grounded to Callaway. A short little juggle and no throw there from Eli Callaway. They call that E6, Gary.
Yes, sir. That was a hard-hit ball, but it came right up for Callaway and unable to make that play. So on the air is Hunter.
And I'll bring up Tate Musco with one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Uniontown and Ringgold scoreless. It'll be Musco batting from the left side. Certainly nice to have his bat back in the lineup as well for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Musco, 297 average, will take the first pitch. And actually, it's called on the outside corner for strike one. Counted 0-1.
Little generous corner there.
Nice. I agree.
You can't be too loud.
Musco, 5 RBIs so far this season to go along with that 297 average for the Red Raiders. They check Chukchek over at first.
Say that 3 times.
Yes. I think it's our 5th Uniontown game so far this year, so we're getting used to saying Chukchek over there at short.
Chukchek.
He's a Red Raider junior, wearing number 2.
Good speed over there.
He does. Has a number of stolen bases so far this season as well, as that one nubbed foul.
Off the end of the bat as Musco shortened up to bunt it down the third base line, and good idea, just couldn't get it fair as it trickled it near the Uniontown dugout.
What does he have there in his back pocket?
It's probably his sliding glove.
Okay. Something you don't see too often. Deep in the batter's box. Next pitch to Tate. Went a little high. Take us to 1-2. Yeah, the first strike on the outside corner, then the foul ball, and then Musco taking that one high. We're sitting at 1-2 with Chukchek on first, and one out here in a scoreless game in the bottom half of the first inning. And again, the throw there from Glasser, checking the runner over at first.
Wind's kind of died down now.
Yes, it has.
The flag out in center field is limp.
Now Glasser getting set with a 1-2 again. Here to Musco, he'll deliver, and this one again sent foul. Kind of an odd delivery there from Glasser. You notice that, Gary?
Yeah, a little bit of pushing motion, and it's pretty good velocity, though.
Yes. Good speed. The count remaining 1-2. Rosa Uphold checking in again from Polk City, Florida, saying hello. Thank you for watching, Rosa. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast here today.
Great opportunity for all the folks around the world, basically, to check out their relatives and pick up the Uniontown Red Raiders on live feed.
Our final regular season broadcast on WMBS will be tomorrow. We'll be at German Masontown Park for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Albert Gallatin Colonials. The South Union Township Sports Network will have the Mustangs in California for you on Friday. And that ball hit high in the air in the left field. Ashton Ray is there. And I'm waiting for some confirmation to see if he caught it there. It appears he did catch it for the second out of the inning. We don't have a view out there in left field due to our little last-minute relocation. But Ray making the grab, and just like that, 2 away here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Jerry can see it all.
Yes, he has a better view than I have. We're trying to make the most out of it.
Through the cage.
I think we blew about 5 or 6 fuses down the first base line, Gary, before you got here. Is Colton Sparks at the plate, taking ball 1 on the outside. Again, you have Chukchek over at first. Only base runner so far of the afternoon for Uniontown. Now Glasser getting set with a 1-0 here to Sparks. That one misses low. Got now 2-0. Red Raiders were scheduled to have their senior day today, and they're actually going to try to play an exhibition game next week against Albert Gallatin to get the senior day festivities in. Decided not to have it here today. Now runner going, and then a rundown there is Chuck Check. Throw over to the first base back, throws a little high, and they're still going to call Chuck Check out over at first.
Wow.
So a couple of close calls to end both the top and bottom of the first inning. And we're scoreless after one here on the C. Harper Honor Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, in cooperation with the Fayette County Vaccine Task Force, has established a phone number for direct vaccine scheduling. Fayette County residents that would like or need a vaccine can now call 724-430-3900 between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Residents will be scheduled at clinics offered by providers across the county, including clinics operated by WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. When the call center is closed, residents are encouraged to visit FayetteCountyPA.org to complete individual registration. Registrations will be sent to a call bank, and calls will be returned within 72 hours. Again, to schedule your COVID-19 vaccine, call 724-430-3900. That's 724-430-3900 between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, or visit FayetteCountyPA.org to complete registration. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital COVID-19 vaccine clinic is located inside the Uniontown Mall inside the former Burlington Coat Factory. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, the new us, here for you.
Penn Residential is a human services agency providing 24-hour, around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located within local communities, offering residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They offer employment opportunities to those interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers, email info@PennResidentialInc.com, or call 724-635-0048.
Welcome back to Bailey Park. Gary Frankhauser along with Brian Rozek. We're just about ready for the top half of the second inning. No score. Little interesting play to end the bottom half of the first as Hunter Chukchek kind of took off before the pitch was delivered, and he was caught in a semi-rundown, and call at first was out as he tried to head first slide back in. So that ended the inning with the minimum amount of batters, 3 batters for the Red Raiders.
And even in the top of the first inning, you had that bang-bang play over there at first as well on the ground ball from Mamie when he had Thomas's throw over to Wyatt Nails after a little juggle, and Mamie was ruled out at first. We thought that one could have went either way as well.
So Eli Calloway will step in, the shortstop for Ringgold, to lead off the top half of the second.
Calloway, Lessman, and Fuller.
Pitch a little bit high. Above the letters for ball one from Tate Musco.
Callaway so far this season batting .297 with 2 RBIs for the Ringgold Rams.
1-0 offering as the wind once again kicks up. It's a strike down the middle, a little pop-up on the right-hand side, and diving, making the beautiful catch down there at first base for the Red Raiders was Nails.
Yeah, Wyatt Nails doing a nice job down there for Uniontown. Really had a charge. We're 99 making the grab for the first out of this top half of the second inning.
Little sliding catch in foul territory.
Now the Remington Lessman now coming in the plate, trying to get the bat going, batting just .154 with 1 RBI so far this year.
He's a designated hitter for Ringgold today. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Little change-up curveball by Musco. Gets the call.
Bell Vernon off to an early 4-2 lead over Greensburg-Salem this afternoon.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's low and in the dirt for ball one. 1-1.
How surprised were you seeing game 2 of that doubleheader yesterday between Elizabeth Ford and Bell Vernon? EF winning 12-0 over Bell Vernon.
It's amazing how Bell Vernon finished the first half of the season on top of everything.
Now, they've had a few COVID issues, but, I mean, nothing to really explain the downfall we've seen out of their program. And they were so solid earlier on this year as well.
Curveball in there for strike 2. So the 1-2 pitch now by Musco in the dirt, 2-2.
Folks at Amy's Quilt Room watching today saying Go Red Raiders, one of our presenting sponsors, along with Essential Marcom and Penn Residential.
We thank all of those sponsors for allowing us to bring these live feeds. Here's the curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So first swinging strikeout for Tate Musco, but the third overall strikeout just here in the second inning.
Tony's wife, Cindy, actually a member of Amy's Quilt Room as well down there. Says hello to Cindy Hanoa. She's listening this afternoon as well. Now Gage Fuller coming to the plate here with 2 outs in the top of the second. This game's still scoreless. Ringgold and Uniontown.
Gage Fuller playing first base. Swing and a miss at that fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike one.
Fuller batting .250 with 4 RBIs so far this season.
Outfield straightaway and shallow for the Red Raiders. There's a shot down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Rounding first and trying to make it into a stand-up double is Gage Fuller, and he will do that.
First hit of the afternoon for the Ringgold Rams. An extra base hit from Fuller. And they're in business here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning in a scoreless game.
Uphold down the left field line. Got it in quickly, but good shot but there by Fuller. No doubt double.
Now Andrew Mackey coming to the plate. Gary, he's still looking for his first hit of the season. Trying to get things going. Does have a couple of RBIs.
Yeah.
A good opportunity here to get it.
Where's that knee brace on the outside of his uniform? We saw that at Laurel Highlands when he was up there. So Mackey with 2 outs, runner on second, and Musco on the hill for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Left-hander delivers, just misses outside, ball 1.
Have to thank a lot of the Uniontown players as well, Gary, for helping us with our little relocation here at the last minute. After we had some of those power issues down the first base line, helping us carry some equipment down and making sure we were able to get on the air on time today as well. Some good young men on this Uniontown team.
They wanted everyone to see it. There's a big drive to right field.
Look out.
And over the head of the right fielder for Uniontown.
That's Eric Odom.
Eric Odom, and it's going to be another double as sliding into second base with the RBI double. As you said, his first hit is a big one.
Yes, his 3rd RBI of the year, but it drives in Gage Fuller and gives the Ringgold Rams a 1-0 lead here over Uniontown in the top of the second.
That ball had a lot of juice on it.
They actually checked third base here just to make sure that Fuller touched third, and the umpires said he did.
So that ball had a lot of charge in it. No chance for Odom out there in right field to track that one down. Turned him around a couple times. That brings up Ashton Ray. Another runner in scoring position takes strike 1.
Ray batting is .129 with 4 RBIs.
Left fielder for Ringgold. Ringgold in their traveling blue jerseys with gray pants. Uniontown, that one's behind Ray, and that's going to get to the backstop and allow Mackey to trot into third base.
Had a good view of that one.
Thrown behind the batter. Ray, no chance there for Sparks to grab that one. 1-1. Runner now on third for Ringgold. Staying in the stretch is Musco, and that's a pop foul into the screen above home plate.
And Ray, the 5th Ram to bat here in the top of the second inning, batting from the 8th position in the Ringgold batting lineup. Ray only a sophomore.
Lanky right-hander. Ray, a sophomore. Now we're going to have a little bit of a conversation here between Coach Musco and the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what that's all about. Seemed very cordial, though.
Kenny told us during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show that he would have his son Tate on a pitch count here today. Not sure if he's maybe trying to think about using him again tomorrow, but if that was going to be the case, he'd have to keep him under 25 pitches here today.
Here's the pitch outside for ball 2.
He's probably getting up against 25 right now.
Yeah, you're right about that. Quick first inning, but a couple doubles here in the second. Has him down to the 8th man in the order. 2-2 pitch. Must go to Ray. Swing and a miss, strike 3, so that'll do it for the Ringgold Rams in the second inning, but they do plate 1 on 2 doubles. RBI double by Andrew Mackey. We'll be back with the bottom of the second. C. Harper Sports Night and the
broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Yeah,
yes.
I caught my tongue.
That's all right. You're on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Penn Residential.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164 or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Here we go with the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Red Raiders, Colt Sparks, Aiden Martin, and Tanner Uphold. Apologize there to Penn Residential. Got a little tongue-tied
That's
there
all right.
between innings.
That's all right.
And, they're a very fine sponsor. We really thank them for allowing us to bring this action here today. Glasser on the hill. Comes down a little 3/4 on that sidearm fastball. Catches the outside corner for the first strike.
That was a nice pitch there to Colt Sparks, the Red Raider catcher, coming in with a .286 average and 7 RBI. Sparks, a junior for Uniontown.
That was just on the outside corner again for strike 2.
And Sparks was actually at the plate when Chuck Check got caught in a little mini rundown at the bottom of the first inning and then was ruled out over at first base.
So here's the 0-2 pitch. Glasser to Sparks. And Sparks protecting the plate on that one. A little bit high and outside, but did get a piece of it.
And we're back with more high school baseball tomorrow from German Mason Town Park, Laurel Highlands, and Albert Gallatin. Wrapping up our regular season here on WMBS. Playoff pairings will be announced 3 o'clock on Friday, and we'll have hopefully plenty of playoff baseball for you next week.
There's a ground ball to first. Easy play over there at first base. Unassisted by the first baseman, Gage Fuller. So the first out of the inning, 3 unassisted for Colt Sparks, and that's going to bring up Aiden Martin, the designated hitter for Uniontown here today.
Martin batting .174 with 4 RBIs. Another good young player for Uniontown, only a sophomore.
First pitch, that curveball starts him off with that curveball on the outside corner, getting those calls for strike 1.
Jerry Dupay really had to hustle to help us out as well before the start of the game today, doing a nice job behind the camera, right behind home plate.
Second pitch outside for ball 1, 1-1. Jared does it all. He never gets flapped.
No.
You know, just gets it done. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Good pitch again. That 3/4 sidearm delivery by Glasser.
And Martin was behind that one.
Yeah, a little bit deceiving. That one swing and a miss at a high fastball out of the zone. So the first strikeout for Glasser is the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up number 24, Tanner Uphold for the Red Raiders.
And Ringgold leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Now 2 outs with Uphold coming to the plate. Sophomore batting .371 with 4 RBIs, playing left field for the Red Raiders here today.
Curveball again. There's a ground ball to short, and that is kicked there by the shortstop.
Eli Callaway.
Eli Callaway. So another error on shortstop. Callaway will allow Tanner Uphold to reach with 2 outs and give a chance for Nels to come to the plate.
Kind of backhanded that one a little bit. Didn't have great position there. It gives the Red Raiders a base runner. Nails really has taken and made the most of his opportunities so far this season, batting .625 with an RBI, getting the start at first base today for Uniontown.
Looks like a gentleman with a lot of power up
Yes.
there at the plate, wearing that 99.
Batting in the 7th position in the Red Raiders batting order. Wide, only a freshman.
Again, youngsters on this squad looking for better things in the years to come. There's a looper into right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Pulling up anchor at second base is Tanner Uphold. Dropping anchor, I should say.
First hit of the afternoon for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, and that's going to put 2 men on for Eric Odom coming to the plate.
So again, Nails takes advantage of another opportunity, giving the Red Raiders 2 on with 2 outs with Odom coming to the plate. He's going to talk to head coach Kenny Musco here.
Get some advice. Tough day for Eric yesterday. Wasn't able to put the bat on the ball, but he's been pretty consistent throughout the year.
We're going to have a pinch runner here for Odom.
Wow.
He's the first baseman, Wade Bruger.
Re-entry rule allowed,
Yes.
though, for high school baseball.
So Nails could re-enter, but Bruger would be out of the game if Nails comes back in.
That's correct.
Due to the fact that Bruger's the pinch runner.
So
But obviously Kenny Musco, knowing what the situation is right now with Uniontown down 1-0, wants to do everything he can to win this game, and knows that Bruger has a little bit better speed than Nails. He's going to put him over at first base, representing the go-ahead run at this juncture of the game with Eric Odom coming to the plate.
Glasser with the signal. Mamie behind home plate. Now look to throw back to second, and no throw made.
Remember, the first inning ended with Chuck Check getting ruled out at first after getting caught in a little mini rundown. They certainly don't want to have the inning end this way for Uniontown now with 2 on and 2 outs, down 1-0.
First pitch, there's that curveball, and in for a strike. Uphold out there at second, trying to get the biggest lead that he can so he can score on anything in the outfield.
And Glasser's pitches certainly have shown good movement here so far this afternoon on the Ringgold side.
Now they're going to throw it to second, and he's back in safely. Uphold staying alive out there.
Good move, though, from Glasser.
Yeah.
And, of course, Uphold, you want to try to get a good lead just to make sure you can score on a base hit, but you don't want to get too far off the bag and, again, get picked off.
0-1 offering. He steps back again, trying to keep Uphold close.
Those two playing a couple of mind games right now.
Ringgold bus out there in center field. Good target for
yes.
Red Raider batters. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss.
Brought the heat.
Right down Broadway, as they say.
And Odom's had a nice season batting .308 with 8 RBIs. Good average batting from the 8th position in the Red Raiders batting order.
0-2 now. He'll have to try to make contact any way he can. There's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Wow.
So Glasser with the big strikeout ends the inning without any runs coming across for the Red Raiders. They leave 2 on. We'll go to the top of the 3rd here on WMBS, the C. Harper Sports Night and Penn Residential broadcast here from historic Bailey Park.
Quilts are full of love in every stitch, but do you know how to make one? Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom. The retail shop at Amy's Quilt Room features a variety of high-quality fabrics, notions, patterns, and more. Inspiration will spark as soon as you walk through the door. Piece that inspiration into a project in the spacious classroom at Amy's Quilt Room, where sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced, are welcome. Amy's Quilt Room hosts a rotating calendar full of quilting and sewing classes, open sews, embroidery, technique, and specialty classes. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. Members of the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club enjoy discounts on merchandise, member-exclusive events, and much more. At Amy's Quilt Club, you'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. Join the patchwork family at Amy's Quilt Room. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to 20 West Penn Street in Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Lorenzo Glasser, Joseph Shoemaker, and Chad Barron do it for the Ringgold Rams here on the top of the third inning. Ringgold leading Uniontown 1-0. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 for Ringgold, and Glasser leading things off. Batting just 067, has a couple of RBIs. Sophomore pitcher for the Rams here today.
Done a good job so far on the mound to see what he can do for the Ringgold Rams at the plate, leading off here in the third.
Rams a pair of hits so far in this game, 2 doubles, one from Gage Fuller, the other from Andrew Mackey. Mackey picking up the RBI, driving in Fuller in the top of the second inning, and that's been it so far in the scoring department. First pitch here on the way, and that one misses a little high and outside to Glasser, count at 1-0.
Well-placed 2 hits by Ringgold back-to-back.
For sure.
Resulted in that run.
That's how the runs sometimes get across. Timely hits in the right location. 1-0 pitch here. This one popped up on the right side. Nails was backing up. Christian Thomas moving over from second base, and he'll have it for the first out of the inning.
Good fundamental play there by Christian Thomas at the second base position. Much easier for him to go to his left over there near the foul line in right field. Very difficult for the first baseman for Uniontown to make that play. So good job by Christian Thomas.
Now bring up Ringgold's Joseph Shoemaker, the senior center fielder, struck out looking first time up. First pitch a little in the dirt there from Tate Musco, count at 1-0. Shoemaker 296 average, 5 RBI so far this season. Now Musco will wind and fire the 1-0 here to Shoemaker. That one a little high and outside, takes us to 2-0.
So it looked like Tate's going to go beyond the opportunity to be able to pitch tomorrow. No doubt about that. But as we said, play the game you're playing today and worry about tomorrow.
Pitching well so far here today. Missed on that pitch to take us to 3-0. Mentioned the Rams were swept by West Mifflin, lost on Monday 5-2, lost 11-3 yesterday. And who would have thought at the beginning of the season that West Mifflin would be solo conference champs? Certainly were under the radar, and they're going to have a pretty high seed when the WPIAL playoff pairings come out on Friday. And a 4-pitch walk issue there to the leadoff hitter, Joseph Shoemaker. So he's aboard with 1 out here in the top of the third, and the Rams leading the Red Raiders 1-0.
You're right about that. We saw West Mifflin early when they were able to handle the Mustangs down there at West Mifflin, but then coming back to Laurel Highlands handled them pretty easy.
They beat them 11-1.
Yes.
That was the only conference loss that the Titans have had so far this season. Now Musco working from the stretch here. First pitch swinging from Barron, and that gets through on the left side. Diving effort from Chuck. Would have been a tough play. And Shoemaker will hold up at second. So you have a Shoemaker walk, and now a hit from Barron. And the Ringgold Rams with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Threatening a little bit already with a 1-0 lead.
And Mamie coming to plate. Strong hitter for Ringgold with a runner in scoring position out there in the form of Shoemaker.
Mamie batting .350 with 9 RBIs, grounded out 4-3 on a very close play at first to end the top half of the first inning. And the first pitch here to Mamie popped up in foul territory, not a play. Takes the count to 0-1. And before the West Mifflin series, Ringgold actually swept Elizabeth forward 4-0 and 3-1. And then you have EF go out and sweep Belle Verde. It's so hard to predict. Yes, this conference, one of the most balanced conferences that I remember that we've seen here from the local teams in our 15 years or so doing local baseball. And this one hitting a shallow right, and it's going to be Eric Odom making the catch. And with that shallow fly ball, nowhere for the runners to go. So Barrett remains at first and Shoemaker at second, and that's the second out of this top half of the third inning.
Important out there for Musco, getting that third batter to pop up to right field, and that'll bring up Eli Calloway, who popped up to first base on the sliding grab over there by Nels back in the second inning.
Sophomore shortstop comes in with a .297 average and 7 RBI. Swings to the first pitch. Good shot here into shallow left. That one will drop right in between Chuck, Uphold, and Sennett, and it will score a run here for Bell Vernon. A Shoemaker was running there with 2 outs in the inning. He comes across. RBI for Callaway, and the Ringgold Rams now taking a 2-0 lead.
That ball had eyes. He just found the only space between shortstop Chuck and left fielder Uphold, both making great efforts at the ball, but it just fell right between them.
Now the Rams on top 2-0 here over Uniontown with Remington Lessman coming to the plate. Was that ruled ball 1 there, Gary?
No, swing and a miss.
Oh, swing and a miss, okay. Missed it there. Quick pitch from Musco, and Lessman behind 0-1. Lessman struck out swinging back in the second inning. And the 0-1, and Lessman going to chase into that one. Just like that, the count at 0-2.
Still manageable. The Red Raiders need to keep it manageable. They have the ability to put some runs up on the board.
Callaway on first, Barron on second. The Lessman behind 0-2, and the pitch here hit on the right side will go right to Nails, who will make the play 3 unassisted at first to end the inning. So the Rams strand 2 but get a run, and they lead it 2-0 over Laurel Highlands. Going to the bottom of the third here in the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Moving down to the bottom of the third inning, a 2-0 lead for Ringgold over Uniontown. Brian Morozak along with Gary Frankhauser, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. It's hitters 9-1 and 2 for the Red Raiders. Brock Sennett, Christian Thomas, and Hunter Chuck here in the home half of the third. Lorenzo Glasser pitching well, starting his third inning of work here for Ringgold. Misses on the first pitch here to Sennett.
Sennett, one of the few hits yesterday for the Red Raiders. He puts the bat on the ball.
Just 1 for 4 so far this season. Hasn't had too many opportunities. That pitch a little low.
Get the explanation there from the
umpire. Yes, that's always good to see. Good umpiring. Now Glasser set with the next delivery here from Sennett. We have seen, though, over the last couple of weeks when these guys have had limited plate appearances, get an opportunity in the game. They've certainly taken advantage of that. And that pitch misses a little low and inside there from Glasser to Sennett.
Any way he can get on will start things for the Red Raiders.
We're showing bunt here. Pulls back, and that pitch in there for a strike. Now 3-1 now. Again, Thomas in the top of the order, due up next. A step off here from Glasser.
Talking between innings.
Caught a balk there.
Oh, nice.
Said he stepped towards home and did not deliver the pitch. Wow.
Hard for us to see there, but I'll take your word for it.
I don't think the Ringgold coaching staff, their dugout, was too happy about that call.
So that turns into a walk.
Okay. And Christian Thomas will come to the plate. He grounded out 5-3 to lead off the bottom half of the first inning. Take that pitch for a strike. 0-1. The Red Raiders least a base runner here, down 2-0 with nobody out in the bottom of the third. Trying to get things going. Now Glasser will throw over to first. Head first slide back safely there from Sennett.
Getting a decent lead over there. We saw him yesterday with some good speed.
Pretty good energy out of the Uniontown dugout here this afternoon as well. Trying to tack it up to Christian Thomas.
A lot of credit to Coach Musco keeping these guys concentrated on playing good baseball.
Glasser's next pitch, and Thomas, a little blooper there, will drop in front of Joseph Shoemaker. Sennett already into third. And a single there for Christian Thomas. Second hit of the afternoon for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Gives them 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the third, down 2-0.
Like to see that hit and run action.
Yes. Now Hunter Chuckcheck coming to the plate. He got on via an error first time up. Then was caught in a little mini rundown in the bottom half of the first inning. Junior shortstop.
Might see the Red Raiders put Thomas in motion here also with just, there's no outs.
Now, Coach Musco told us he expected his guys to be a little more relaxed here today just due to the fact that they've already been eliminated from playoff contention as Chuckcheck takes the first pitch for strike one. He comes in with a .405 average so far this season. Has driven in 4 runs.
Squared around a bunt.
Junior for Kenny Musco's squad. Showing bunt again. Pulls back. Runner going. Throw down to second. And in standing up was Christian Thomas.
Little play put on there by Ringgold to try to catch a Sennett coming to home as the shortstop came in front of second base to cut that off.
And Thomas didn't even attempt to slide. So now 2 in scoring position. And the table's set here for Hunter Chuckcheck with the Red Raiders down 2-0. Glasser's next pitch, and Chuckcheck a little nubber here, and it's going to be caught by Joseph Verscharen, who got the glove up to make the grab for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, just caught that on the end of the bat, and not enough juice to get it out of the infield, as you said. Second baseman Verscharen able to go to his right and grab that for the first out.
Now the lefty freshman Tate Musco comes to the plate. Musco, a .297 average, has homered once on the season, also 6 RBIs. Runners on second and third. Uniontown down 2-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And Musco first pitch swinging. Sends this one into left field, and charging and getting there is Ashton Ray. And no tag up from Sennett over at third. With a quick relay coming in there from Ray. And just like that, 2 outs here in the inning.
Well, that's for sure. That was very shallow out there in left field. So good idea for Sennett not to try to tag and come home, as the throw is right on the spot at home plate.
Now Colton Sparks going to the plate. Sparks grounded out 3 unassisted back in the second inning. Comes in with a .286 average and 7 RBIs. Junior catcher for the Red Raiders. Sennett's actually been up in every inning. He was at the plate when Chuckcheck got caught in that rundown, and then came back up to lead the second inning. Lead off the second inning. Is behind here 0-1.
Uniontown needs to take advantage of the situation. Second and third and nobody out.
And now you have second and third and 2 outs. And a 0-1 count here on Colton Sparks. The 0-1 pitch, and Sparks hits it right back to Glasser, who makes the jog and underhands it off to Gage Fuller to end the inning. So the Red Raiders strand 2 and can't get anything out of this bottom half of the third inning after 2. It's Ringgold 2, Uniontown nothing here in the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Essential Marcom specializes in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their portfolio at essentialmarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salad, subs, and wings. Mama Ruckus is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit mamarucapizza.com for their menu.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy Used. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Here we go back at Bailey Park with Ringgold holding a 2-0 lead as we start the top of the fourth inning. Due up for Ringgold, Gage Fuller, Andrew Mackey, and Ashton Ray. And between innings, we talked about the overcast skies and the temperature just dropping precipitously. And hopefully we will not have any further drop in the temperature. Try to get this one in without having to put on the heavy coat. Fuller doubled and scored back in the second. There's a swing and a miss as Tate Musco working into the fourth inning for himself.
Ringgold dugout was asking us if we had any updates on the Elizabeth Forward game. They need an EF loss today to stay in playoff contention. We'll try to get that one for you. We saw Bell Vernon up 4-2 over Greensburg-Salem.
That ball's outside for a 1-1 count now to Gage Fuller.
See if we can try to get that score for them.
There's a drive into left field, down the left field line, and it's going to be fair ball.
Wow.
Unable to get to it over there was Tanner Uphold, and another double, second double of the game now for Gage Fuller.
Fuller came in with a .250 average, senior first baseman. And both of those doubles on the left side.
And that's a leadoff double.
Yes.
Brings up Mackey now. Got his first hit of the season, which was an RBI double back in the second. See what he can do again. Keep things going for Ringgold.
Had 2 timely hits back in that second inning, get their first run, then added a run in the third as well.
Uniontown swings the outfield all the way around to right field as Mackey looks at ball one. Sparks looks at the dugout to get the sign from Coach Musco, calling those pitchers for his son Tate. Fastball again, high and outside, 2-0.
Have to assume over the years that Tate probably has gotten more reps than most kids.
Oh, yeah. Constant coaching, which is a good thing.
Oh, for sure.
2-0 pitch. Low and outside again. 3-0 now. Being a little careful with Andrew Mackey.
And no posted scores anywhere on that West Mifflin Elizabeth Forward game, so those guys out of luck for now. EF losing 3-0. Somebody checks in on the live stream letting us know. Appreciate that.
There's a ball in the dirt and gets away from Sparks as ball 4 allows Mackey to get down to first, and on the play Fuller into third. So now first and third with nobody out for Ringgold, already up 2-0. And that's going to bring out Coach Kenny Musco to talk to Tate. We might have a pitching change here.
How about that? 2 productive at-bats for Mackey. And we'll see if that's it for Musco. Head coach Kenny out there bringing his whole infield in. See if he'll make a move here with the Red Raiders down 2-0. And now 2 on to nobody out here in the top half of the fourth. Ashton Ray due up next for Ringgold. And Ray struck out swinging last time up. And they're going to stick here with Tate.
Little long conversation as we look down the line to see if anybody's warming up. I do believe someone is down there loosening for Uniontown. It brings up Ashton Ray. Strikeout victim back in the second. Big position here for Ringgold And Uniontown trying to handle things. There's a pop-up, and it might be a double play.
Throw was wide.
Oh, wow. Great athletic play there by Tate Musco to catch the pop-up bunt for the first out. Had an opportunity to double off Fuller at third, who was way down the line. Just a wide throw.
He's upset with himself there. He knows he should have made that throw. Freshman plays beyond his years. Knew it should have been a double play, but he'll take the solo out and give the Red Raiders a little momentum back here, down 2-0 as they try to get out of this inning with the Rams having 2 on.
And luckily that ball didn't go down the left field line too far to allow Fuller to score on the play.
I'll tell you what, Gary, I went over to the Ringgold dugout there briefly to let them know that EF was down 3-0. I think all the players got a little jump in their step again, knowing that their playoff hopes are still alive here, up 2-0 here and having things going their way so far this afternoon with Elizabeth Forward losing.
Fastball in there for a strike to Glasser.
And we mentioned earlier that Ringgold swept the season series with Elizabeth Forward, so they'd have the direct tiebreaker there as well to knock the Warriors out of the playoffs.
Pitch from Musco. There's a high fly ball to shallow center field. Scooting over to make the catch. I checked that. That was deep center field as that ball caught up in the air and was down. No opportunity for the play to be made at the plate, so scoring on the play on the sacrifice fly by Lorenzo Glasser is Gage Fuller to raise the lead now to 3-0 for Ringgold.
Third RBI this season for Glasser, runs scored for Fuller, and Fuller scored 2 of the 3 runs for Ringgold so far in this game, and the Rams running the top of the second, running the top of the third, and now another one here in the top of the fourth. It's a lead at 3-0 now with 2 outs, and Shoemaker on the top of the order up.
No chance out there for Sennett. That ball just carried.
It did.
Well into center field.
It's like the Uniontown softball team getting ready to play a game here this afternoon as well, warming up a little bit.
1-0 pitch. Just inside. 2-0 now to Glasser. Still on at first is Mackey. Musco with the sign. Trying to keep it at a 3-0 game. Curveball in there for a strike. 2-1. That one came from the outside part of the plate, right over the heart. Lorenzo could not pull the trigger. Throw over. Back easily is Mackey.
His view's really not that bad here, Gary. Kind of gotten used to it here behind home plate.
Oh, I like it back here.
We've done games certainly from worse locations over the years.
Musco now with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So coming back to even the count at 2-2 to Lorenzo Glasser. I'm sorry,
That's
Joe Shoemaker.
Shoemaker at the top of the order.
Yeah, Glasser with the sacrifice fly RBI.
Shoemaker coming in with a .296 average, 5 RBIs, struck out looking in the first inning, walked and scored a run in the third.
So Musco still working hard out there. Here's a pitch. Whoa, just missing as Musco falls to the ground after the delivery.
Yes, we were mentioning yesterday, not a lot to this mound right now at Bailey Park. You have to think Musco used to it, just pitching here all year.
They tried to put a little more spin
Yes,
on
he
that
did. He's giving it his all out there. We've seen some of the plays, putting it all out there for the Red Raiders.
3-2 pitch. Pop up to the right side, out of play. So hanging in there is Shoemaker.
It'll be nice if they can get some of those lights fixed here, Gary, in the off season and get some games back under the lights next spring here at Bailey Park. That's certainly the intention from the city.
Always adds to the excitement. Night games bring out good crowds as Musco flips it over to first again. No chance to get Mackey diving back in. Short lead over there for Mackey.
Give us some doubleheader games. Could do Laurel Highlands at 4 o'clock. Come over and do Uniontown here at 7.
We can handle it. 3-2 pitch again. That's outside and high, so Ball 4 puts Shoemaker on for the second time by way of walk. And that's going to bring up Chad Barrett, who singled back into third.
I wonder how long is the leash right now on Musco?
Yeah, I would think it not much more, but still a close ball game, 3-0. Ringgold on top. Curveball in there for a strike, as Barrett again could not pull the trigger on that curveball.
A nice pitch there from Tate. Barron coming in with a 227 average and 6 RBIs, 1 for 2 today, single last time up.
Here's a pitch just outside, 1-1. Little unusual situation as look in front of the Red Raider dugout. The catcher, who is up next, Hunter Mamie, is over in the on-deck circle in front of the Red Raider dugout.
That is odd.
Figure that out. There's a shot into center field. Sennett going to his left. Can't get it. It's in the gap. That could score 2 more. Sennett gets it in, but coming in to score both runs, a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Chad Barrett. Now has the Ringgold Rams up 5-0, and Coach Musco is headed out, and that will be all for Tate.
We'll take a timeout here. Again, 5-0. Ringgold over Uniontown. Pitching change for the Red Raiders here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
This is Gary Sisson from Sisson Pre-Owned. If you're looking for a great used car at a great price, give us a call at 724-438-2819 or visit us on the web at sissonpreowned.com. During these trying times, we are doing everything 100% online, from financing to virtual walkarounds and home delivery. Visit us on the web at sissonpreowned.com or give us a call, 724-438-2819.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Welcome back. Eric Odom coming in from right field, warming up to replace Tate Musco on the mound. We'll have to look to see where the other changes are on defense for the Uniontown Red Raiders. But Ringgold breaking it open a little bit here in the 4th inning with 3 runs plated to make it a 5-0 contest.
Yeah, we'll check and see what other defensive changes the Red Raiders make. You might see Musco going over to play first base. He's staying in the game right now. He's generally the starting first baseman when he's not pitching and eligible to play. And it looks like he's going to be the first baseman now for the Red Raiders.
They need a right fielder. Let's see who's out, sprinting out there to right field. I think that's Thomas. No, let's see.
You have Thomas still playing second, 21. That's Tyler Hawk, it looks like, out in right field, 13.
Okay. Stepping in for Ringgold, Hunter Mamie, now with another runner out there at second base in the form of Chad Barrett, who just completed that 2 RBI double. Odom with the first pitch, and there's a little fly ball behind left field coming in from right field and making the catch. Just getting in the game and making the catch there was Hawk. So
yeah, welcome to the game, Tyler Hawk.
Yeah, so that ends the inning, but 3 runs across for Ringgold. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th with Ringgold on top 5-0 here on the C. Harper Sports Afternoon, brought to you additionally by Penn Residential.
Penn Residential is a human services agency providing 24-hour around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located within local communities, offering residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They offer employment opportunities to those interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers. Email info@PennResidentialInc.com or call 724-635-0048.
Going on now, let's see Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Casey's Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
Welcome back to Bailey Park. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Score now 5-0 Ringgold on top. Due up for Uniontown, the designated hitter Aiden Martin, followed by Tanner Uphold. And Nels is in the hole. On the mound still for Ringgold is Lorenzo Glasser. As that fastball catch the outside part of the plate for strike one. So Uniontown looking to try to get something going here. Now trailing by 5. Glasser been effective. Just 2 hits for Uniontown. There's a little slow grounder to third. Up with it and on to first for the out. Over there playing third, Chad Barrett, the hero in the last inning at the plate, now makes a nice play at third base for the first out of the inning.
That wasn't an easy play either, as Barrett had to come charging in there and make the solid throw over to Gage Fuller to retire Martin 5-3 for the first out of this bottom half of the fourth inning.
Tanner Uphold now stepping in, the left fielder for Uniontown.
Got on VNR last time up, sophomore, batting .371 with 4 RBIs.
First pitch from Glasser just misses outside. Glasser been efficient also. We don't have the official pitch count, but I would believe he's under 60 easy.
His couple of family members, Linda and Leo Glasser, watching.
And there's a ground ball right back to Glasser. He'll run it over to first and underhand it for the out, second out of the inning, as Tanner Uphold grounds back to the pitcher, flips it over to Gage Fuller for the second out. Just 3 pitches there, and that's going to bring up the replacement.
Hawk.
I'm not sure how that happened. Well,
Nails left the game.
Yeah, that's right. So Hawk is in the game, and he'll get an opportunity here in the fourth. 2 outs. 5-0 Ringgold.
He has a couple of fans from the softball team yelling, "Go Tyler," as he stepped in over there.
Never a bad thing.
No. Had limited at-bats, actually just 1 at-bat. Coming into the week.
Another freshman?
Yes.
Outside. 2-0.
Actually, Hawk a sophomore.
Okay. Glasser looking for a quick inning here. 2-0. There's a little pop-up and
hit the net. It hit the net.
So that's going to be a foul ball. Good call there by the umpire. Maybe made the catch, but that probably happens a lot.
I would think so, yeah.
That net hanging out almost over home plate.
It serves one purpose at least, protecting a lot of the homes and vehicles around.
And us.
And us, yes.
Pitch. Foul ball off the right side, off the end of the bat there, into the bleachers down the first base line.
Not a lot of Ringgold fans here today, surprisingly.
Well, they knew they could watch it.
Yes, they did. Again, a number of them checking in on our live video stream here today as well.
Pitch again, that's outside. 3-2. I'm sorry, 2-2. They count.
And we're back at it tomorrow at German Masontown Park. Albert Gallatin hosting Laurel Highlands.
Glasser 2-2 pitch outside now. The count runs full at 3-2. Good at bat now for Hawk. Runs the count 3-2.
Kind of like a major league schedule this week, Gary, with like games every night.
And watching the Pirates at night.
Yes. And working our normal job during the day.
Yeah, right back at us. What a flip-flop that series has been, with Cincinnati blowing them out in the first game and Pittsburgh coming back with a 7-1 win last night.
What happened this afternoon?
I didn't catch that. I'll have to look at that up.
Maybe Mr. Barczyk can let us know. Back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. And not catch the final of that one.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it for the Red Raiders in the bottom of the 4th. Do not score. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Ringgold holding on to a 5-0 lead here on the C. Harper Sports Night, brought to you again by Penn Residential.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, and welcomes sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Penn Residential is a fast-growing human services agency currently seeking full-time and part-time direct support professionals to provide direct care and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities inside residential homes within local communities. If you are seeking a rewarding experience by making a difference in the lives of others, Penn Residential wants to hear from you. Their direct support professionals partner with adults and children with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their circles of support to help them achieve independence, growth, and happiness through high-quality creative services. Candidates must possess good communication skills, have a valid state driver's license, clean driving record over the past 3 years, and reliable transportation. At Penn Residential, direct support professionals will receive full benefits after 90 days, a 401k retirement plan with 6% employer match, medical and prescription drug insurance, vision and dental insurance, accrued time off, life insurance, and holiday pay. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers or call 724-635-0048. Penn Residential is an equal opportunity employer.
Eli Calloway, Remington Lessman, and Gage Fuller due up for Ringgold here in the top half of the 5th. Rams leading the Red Raiders by a score of 5-0. Ringgold getting a run in the 2nd, run in the 3rd, then 3 in that top half of the 4th inning. And Calloway popped up to then first baseman Wyatt Nails in the 2nd inning, and an RBI single in the 3rd inning, so the Rams' 3rd time through the order. That pitch catching the outside corner. I believe we're even at 1-1 here, Gary.
That's correct. That's correct, and saw Odom warming up. He's sporting a knuckleball.
Yes. Certainly a little different look for the pitchers, or for the batters, excuse me. 1-1. Just missed there, now 2-1. And Odom just came in for facing Mamie in that top half of the 4th and got the fly ball out with Tyler Hawk, retiring Mamie out there in right. On the 2-1 pitch on the way. That one called a strike. Home plate umpire likes that outside corner.
Yeah, that was a round corner there.
Count even at 2-2. Odom long looking now to Colton Sparks. So wind and fire the 2-2 pitch.
Ooh.
That one just missed low and outside. Takes us full to 3-2. Odom to Calloway, who came in with a .297 average, 7 RBIs, sophomore shortstop for the Ringgold Rams.
Batting in that cleanup spot, you got to believe he's a good contact hitter.
Next pitch on the way. That one fouled into the netting. You stay full at 3-2.
That protects the softball field.
Yes, it does. All the nets down here, they serve a purpose. And we're full at 3-2. And the payoff pitch on the way. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3. So Odom looking impressive. Recording it out here in the top half of the 5th.
Got the pop-up on one pitch to end the 4th inning.
Red Raiders, they're going to have to find a way to get the bats going here this afternoon, down 5-0.
Just 2 hits.
Yes. Certainly had their opportunities, especially in that second inning. Actually, both the second and third inning had 2 on. That pitch in there for a strike to Remington Lessman. That third inning, you had 2 on and nobody out. You had 2 on with 2 outs in the second inning.
Second and third and nobody out.
Correct. You could not bring those runs home. Odom's next pitch here to Lessman. This ball popped foul on the left side, so 2 strikes on Remington Lessman. Pay attention here on the adjacent fields.
Need a spotter over on the softball field for those foul balls.
Well, the 0-2 on the way. From Odom to Lessman. Hit hard on the ground here to short. Chuck Check unable to come up with it.
Hard shot there. But Chuck Check should come up with that one,
Yep. To roll that E6, and Lessman aboard with 1 out here in the top half of the 5th. And Gage Fuller has been red hot in this game. Pair of doubles and 2 runs scored. Came in with just a .250 average, but certainly has been productive here at historic Bailey Park on this Wednesday afternoon, with the Ringgold Rams leading the Uniontown Red Raiders by a score of 5-0. First pitch here from Odom. This is low for ball 1. Might have hit the plate.
That looked like a good pitch.
I don't know. Might have bounced off the plate a little bit there, Gary.
Well, Coach Musco thought it was a good pitch.
Did he? I thought I heard a little plate there, a little bouncing action. 1-0, and that time Fuller goes a chasing, and we're even at 1-1. As Odom trying to keep it low here to Fuller. With Lessman on first and 1 out here in the top half of the 5th, Rams leading the Red Raiders by a score of 5-0. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one just missed. I thought that was close. That was closer than the first pitch.
This must be a unique situation. The Ringgold brings their on-deck batter over in front of the Red Raider dugout. I'm not sure why they do that.
They have an on-deck circle on their side. And that pitch in there for a strike. A lot of them all around the strike zone here this afternoon.
Yeah. Might think that on-deck circle is in danger, I guess.
And that one's going to hit Gage Fuller. So Fuller on for all 3 plate appearances in this game. 2 doubles, now hit by a pitch, and it gives the Rams 2 on with 1 out, and Andrew Mackey coming to the plate. Mackey had his first hit of the season, an RBI double back in the second inning, and got on via a walk and scored a run in the 4th.
So productive afternoon for Mr. Mackey.
Trying to keep it going here and give the Rams a little insurance, up 5-0. You never know what will happen here in the later innings. Sun now back out. They actually have some darker clouds in the distance, but no rain in the forecast here on this Wednesday afternoon. Odom's first pitch to Mackey, swing and a miss, strike 1. Odom does have some pretty good movement on his pitches.
Pretty much had Fuller in his back pocket till he hit him with that pitch.
Breaking ball there, in for a strike, 0-2 now. From Eric Odom to Andrew Mackey. And Brian Morozek along with Gary Frankhauser, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Doug Saltzman will follow us on WMBS here tonight. 2-strike pitch, called strike 3 on the outside corner. So second strikeout of the inning for Odom. Comes at a key time, sending on Andrew Mackey for a much-needed second out here in this top half of the 5th. And that'll bring up Ashton Ray. Ray 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging in the second inning and popped up to then pitcher Tate Musco in the 4th. First pitch, and Ray went a chasing of that one as the pitch from Odom fell off low and outside, but Ray went around, and the count 0-1.
He was just looking for something to hit right there. He knew he was going to swing no matter where it was.
Counted 0-1. Odom likes the sign there from Sparks. 0-1 pitch. Now their breaking ball catches the inside corner for a strike. Just like that, Ray behind 0-2.
That one was on the inside part of the plate. So outside, inside. Good work there by Odom.
Odom trying to make quick work of Ashton Ray, the sophomore left fielder.
Couple more opportunities for Uniontown to come to the plate, so try to keep it at a 5-0 game.
It'll be Odom, Sennett, and Thomas in the home half of the fifth. Hitters 8, 9, and 1 for the Red Raiders. Next pitch here to Ray. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Eric Odom. The Rams strand 2. Led to the bottom of the fifth, still 5-0. Ringgold over Uniontown here on the C.R. Bronner Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy Used. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Back here at historic Bailey Park on this Wednesday afternoon, the Ringgold Rams leading the Uniontown Red Raiders by a score of 5-0. Uniontown with Eric Odom, Brock Sennett, and Christian Thomas due up here in the bottom half of the fifth.
Necessary for the Red Raiders to kind of chip into this lead with just 3 more opportunities.
Odom taking the first pitch for ball 1. Lorenzo Glasser still on the mound here for Ringgold, has yet to yield a run in this game. Really has pitched well. This ball hit on the ground, and it's snagged there by Callaway. Tough throw over to first, not in time. Infield single there for Odom.
Absolutely. Nice play, though, out there at shortstop for the Ringgold Rams. Callaway went deep in the hole, but no chance to get Odom down the line.
So Odom aboard. Red Raiders trying to mount a little bit of a rally here in the bottom half of the fifth, down 5-0. Brock Sennett coming to the plate. Sennett got credited for reaching via a walk after a balk was called on Glasser back in the third inning, first time up. Glasser, a little sidewinder there, and for a strike to Sennett, 0-1. Sennett had a late hit yesterday against Laurel Highlands, his first of the season.
No chance to even play small ball, down 5 runs, so you have to let Sennett try to keep things going, and he pops that one foul.
Well, at the top of the order, and Christian Thomas due up behind Sennett, and Thomas had a hit last time up.
Big gap between first base and the second baseman out there for Sennett, if he could push one through the infield on that side.
He's a high 0-2 here. Glasser from the stretch. We'll look over the shoulder, 0-2 pitch, and Sennett staying alive, getting a piece of it. Staying off the roof of the Rams dugout. Count remains 0-2. And these two teams will meet in Carroll Township again tomorrow, 4 o'clock start. Rams trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. They've gotten some help so far this afternoon with Elizabeth Forward losing 3-0 against West Mifflin. Next pitch on the way and sent on the ground, and had the shortstop Callaway going the wrong way, and he couldn't make a play on it. Callaway was moving off to his left. Ball was off to his right and had a reverse course. Unable to track it down. I think you have to give Senate an infield single there.
I do too. Already had it marked down in the book, Brian. As you said, Callaway was headed to second base to cover on the steal as taking off on the play was Odom. And that really put him out of position. Even if he would have made the play, I don't think he would have been able to get Senate at first.
The Red Raiders now 2 on, nobody out. Top of the order, Christian Thomas at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, trying to get it going here in the 5th. Fouls off the first pitch into the fence. Count 0-1. Thomas came in with a .275 average, 7 RBIs. Sophomore second baseman for the Red Raiders. Also stole a base back in the 3rd inning. Behind here, 0-1 against Lorenzo Glasser. And the Red Raiders had 2 on and nobody out. 2 innings back. Couldn't make any hay out of that 3rd inning. Now the same situation here with 2 on, but in that 3rd inning, they runners at 2nd and 3rd. Right now, they're at 1st and 2nd. Let's see if they can move them over.
Big spot here for Christian to try to get something going for the Red Raiders.
Next delivery here from Glasser after a glance back at 2nd. Breaking ball. This one hit right back at him. Knocked down by Glasser. Throw over to 1st. That was the only play he had. Retires Christian Thomas 1-3, but the runners advance. Odom down to 3rd. Sent it into 2nd.
Self-defensive play there by Glasser as that ball was a hot one-hopper right back at him. He was able to knock it down, but as it moved away from him, he had no chance to get either of the runners at 2nd or 3rd. So nice play to get the out at 1st.
Now Hunter Chukchak coming to the plate. Hunter got on via an error in the 1st inning. Popped up to Joseph Sharon at 2nd base in the 3rd inning. Coming to the plate here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Red Raiders down 5-0, but 2 in scoring position as Glasser works from the stretch here for the Rams. First pitch to Chukchak. Catches right at the knees for strike 1.
A little curious, the Rams, Ringgold Rams have the 3rd baseman up close and the 1st baseman up close. You wouldn't think there would be a squeeze play in this situation.
0-1 to Chukchak. Well hit ball, but right at the 3rd baseman, Barron, who almost turned the double play there, reaching back and almost getting Eric Odom, who had a slide head first back into 3rd. And another screamer, this time coming right down to Barron, who made the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
So even in the up position, he was able to make that play.
Now 2 outs.
Yeah.
And Musco at the plate, batting from the left side.
As we say that in unison, and they're going to intentionally walk Musco.
Musco came in with a .297 average, but they'll walk him to load the bases. And obviously get the force out into play at any base here for Colton Sparks. Sparks 0 for 2 today, but does sport a .286 average and 7 RBIs. And from the cleanup spot, definitely a dangerous hitter for Kenny Musco's squad.
Grounded to 1st back in the 2nd inning and back to the pitcher in the 3rd inning.
A huge spot in this game here for Uniontown. They're down 5-0, but technically have the game-tying run in the on-deck circle. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th for Colton Sparks, who takes the first pitch for strike 1. Nice delivery there from Lorenzo Glasser. Now long look in now from Glasser. The catcher Hunter Mamie. 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball. That one almost caught Sparks. Missed inside. Count even at 1-1.
Situational hitting is so important in all levels of baseball, but especially in high school. Got to take advantage of these opportunities.
Red Raiders have stranded 4 already in this game. Have 3 on base right now. 1-1 pitch here to Sparks, well outside. Count now at 2-1. Red Raiders with Odom down at 3rd, Sennett at 2nd, and Musco at 1st. Count 2-1. Glasser to Sparks. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Glasser. Kind of locked in Sparks. Got now even at 2-2.
Tied him up.
Here we go. Glasser to Sparks. Count 2-2. Bases loaded for the Red Raiders. Trying to get back into this game. 2-2 pitch. just missed a little high and outside, and we're full of 3-2. Nowhere to put Colton Sparks.
He can put it in play somewhere. The runners can be moving on the pitch.
3-2 count. Glasser to Sparks. Breaking ball, and Sparks hits it high in the air into center field. Shoemaker getting under it. And he'll make the grab for the third out of the inning. So well-hit ball from Sparks. Just hit it at the wrong place, right to Joseph Shoemaker. Red Raiders strand 3 and after 5. It's Ringgold 5, Uniontown nothing here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Are you a business owner interested in growing your business but unsure about a marketing approach? Essential Marcom specializes in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. If you're a business owner interested in leveraging marketing solutions to start up or expand your business, contact Dana at Essential Marcom. Dana's experience spans 15-plus years and includes working with national and international brands on various types of marketing projects. Essential Marcom's comprehensive approach to developing and implementing marketing solutions ensures that your business gets recognized. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their portfolio at essentialmarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Here we go with the top half of the sixth inning. Ringgold coming to the plate now, still with the 5-0 lead. Red Raiders leaving 3 men on, 2 men on with no outs, unable to push anything across in the bottom of the 5th. And a swing and a miss by Lorenzo Glasser, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and RBI back in the 4th inning.
Maria Suss tells us EF is still losing, so good news for the Rams.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called on the outside corner with that breaking pitch.
Appreciate Maria giving us the update. Rams do too.
0-2 offering. Odom to Glasser. Curveball just misses high. Top of the 6th inning. Ringgold on top, 5-0. Odom trying to keep it that way as we go into the 6th. That's low and outside. So now 2-2. The count to Lorenzo Glasser, the pitcher for Ringgold, who has kept the Red Raiders at bay. 5 scoreless innings.
You can't let the Rams get any more here in the top half of the 6th. They're already down 5-0. Are the Red Raiders.
Odom from the windup. Misses again outside. Full count now.
Certainly hurts when you strand 7 like Uniontown has so far today.
Yeah, especially with nobody out and 2 men on 3 occasions. Ball 4 outside as that ball gets away from Sparks. And after being ahead in the count 0-2, Odom loses Glasser to the base on balls. And that's going to turn the order over and bring up Joe Shoemaker, who has walked twice in the last 2 at-bats and came around to score both times.
The Rams starting their 4th trip through the order. Scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and then 3 in that top half of the 4th inning.
There's a shot up the middle, and that's going to be played by the second baseman, who was playing up the middle but unable to keep his grip on the ball out there. Was Christian Thomas, and that could have been a double play ball. They had it scouted perfectly as Thomas was playing up the middle, couldn't keep a good hold on that ball, and that's going to have to go as an error.
Yeah, just a tough break there for the Red Raiders. Usually a play that Thomas makes. Now 2 on for Ringgold and nobody out here in the top half of the 6th.
2 for 3, Chad Barrett. Big double back in the 4th inning for 2 RBIs. Another opportunity for him.
You hate that if you're the pitcher, too. Get a ground ball. Could have been a double play, and then both guys end up being safe.
Curveball, that's just misses for ball 2.
Dropped off a little too quickly that time.
Man after your heart out there, Brian. Lorenzo Glasser, the pitcher. No courtesy runner.
No. Playing it out. Rams don't have a very deep roster, though. I don't know how many available substitutions they even have.
That's outside for ball 2. Count correction. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Counting 13 dressed today.
Wow. Two and 1, 2 men on, nobody out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Ringgold trying to add to a 5-0 lead. As Odom checks the runners, that's step back before he moved to first. No one holding him on over there as Tate Musco is playing behind the runner. But Odom correctly stepped back to avoid the balk.
I saw one of those called on Glasser earlier on today.
2-1 pitch. Just misses again on the outside part of the plate. Might have been a little low also. So 3-1 now to Chad Barrett. Ringgold, third baseman.
Things cooling off a little bit. Another frost advisory in effect for tonight.
There's a pitch. That looked good. That's a strike call. Down to first. Is he safe? Yes.
It's close.
It was. Nice snap throw there by Sparks. Called strike now. Almost able to catch Shoemaker a little bit too far off down there at first base. Odom with the pitch. Low and inside.
Wow.
Ball 4. So the bases are loaded now with nobody out.
Might want to pay a visit to the mound right now if you're Kenny Musco. Bases loaded, down 5-0.
Looks like he's going to let it play out as Hunter Mamie comes to the plate. Usually a very strong hitter for Ringgold. 0 for 3 though here this afternoon. Grounded to second and flew out to right twice.
Ooh.
That one's inside for ball 1, so no place to put Mamie.
He's a good hitter, too. Came in with a .350 average, certainly due. As you said, Gary, after starting off the game, 0 for 3 today.
Odom goes to the windup with the bases loaded, and that one's inside, 2-0. Uniontown with the infield up, trying to avoid any further runs.
Just telling them now, move back halfway.
Need a comebacker. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Odom.
Much needed.
Mamie swinging through that breaking pitch. See if he can come back and get Mamie.
Ooh.
That one's hits Mamie as the pitch was behind him and just catches him in the back without him even moving. So hit by pitch, RBI to Mamie, adds to the lead now 6-0, and Musco will pay a visit to the mound now.
You saw a couple of those come inside, and you hate to say you saw that coming, but you kind of did. Let's see, Odom's going to come off.
And it's going to be a pitching change, so we'll step aside here on WMBS. Trib Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, C. Harper Sports Night, brought to you by Penn Residential.
Hi, I'm Russ Plaho, your local Allstate agent. The number 21 has always had a special meaning to me. When I was young, it meant reaching adulthood. As a lifelong Pirates fan, the number 21 meant one thing, the great Roberto Clemente. 3,000 hits, MVP, World Series hero, but more than that, a great humanitarian who will always be remembered for losing his life in a rescue mission to help those in need. And now, the number 21 represents my 21st anniversary as your local Allstate agent. I would like to think that, like Roberto, I know the importance of community involvement as well as helping neighbors. Over the past 21 years, my staff and I have committed ourselves to learning about our customer needs and personalizing protection for them. From bundling auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverages based on their protection needs. Are you in good hands? Call me, Russ Blejo, at 724-439-9700 or stop by my office on Lebanon Avenue today for a free quote.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
We're back here at Bailey Park. Pitching change for the Red Raiders. Hunter Chukchek on to pitch. Christian Thomas now playing shortstop. We're checking here on the Red Raiders second baseman. It might be Odom. Jerry's telling no, Thomas is playing short. We're looking to see who's playing second base, Jerry, for Uniontown. He's showing us the shortstop. Now he's going to go over and try to be Mason Kuhn.
There you go.
Mason Kuhn now playing second.
So one run in already for Ringgold. The base is still loaded, and Chukchek brings the first fastball in for a strike to Eli Callaway. Callaway 1 for 3 with an RBI, single back in the third.
That's a 6-0 lead for Elizabeth Ford. Or check that, 6-0 lead for Ringgold over Uniontown if you're just joining us.
Chukchek now inside, 1-1.
Rams hoping that West Mifflin's lead holds over Elizabeth Forward. Last score he had was 3-0. Try to get an update on that one for you.
1-1 pitch. Whoa. That one's way outside. Good job there by Sparks to go out and grab that one. Could have been an opportunity for the runners to move up with some room behind home plate here at Bailey Park.
Working here in the top of the 6th inning.
There's the pitch, just misses outside, so 3-1 now, I believe the count is to Eli Callaway. Again, nowhere to put him with the bases loaded. Chukchek gets a signal from the windup. That's going to be inside for ball 4.
Almost hit him, too.
Yeah, so another run will score. Without a hit here in the inning, Ringgold with 2 runs in so far.
Inning started with Glasser walking. Shoemaker got on Villanueva, which could have been a double play ball. Barrett walked. Mamie was hit by a pitch, picked up an RBI. Now Callaway walking, picking up an RBI. Makes it 7-0 now. Ringgold over Uniontown.
First pitch now to Remington Lessman. Missed that call, Brian. Was that a strike? I didn't see it.
It was a ball.
Okay, 1-0. That one looks like a strike.
It is.
And it is. So Hunter trying to find his groove out there on the mound.
If you're a fan of Doug Saltzman, stay tuned. He's on the way after national and local news tonight until 9 o'clock. Doug always does a good job.
1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Called that one before the umpire did.
Can see it coming, especially from our vantage point right behind home plate.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lessman, 0 for 3 so far. Stepping back now, regrouping is Hunter Chukchek on the mound. Gets the signal, nods in approval. Here's the pitch. Ground ball in between first and second. Base hit for Lessman. That's going to bring 2 more in for Ringgold. And the throw gets away from the cutoff man that allows Lessman to scoot into second base with the RBI single. And on the play, scoring was Barrett and Mamie. Callaway around to third, still nobody out.
It's 9-0 now. 4 across here in the inning. 6 Rams have come to the plate, and they've all reached base safely.
Pitch from Chuck Jack a little high now to Gage Fuller. Fuller 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and 2 really hard-hit balls.
It was hit by a pitch last time up.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Mentioned tomorrow, Gary, we're headed down to German Masontown Park for Laurel Highlands Albert Gallatin. Have we been there since that 15-inning game in the rain?
You're right, I forgot about that. I think
it's the last game we did down there. That was back, I think, like 09.
What a memory. Foul back. Now, Hunter in front of Fuller, 0-2.
It was cold that day, too.
Vivid memories.
Yes.
Here's the pitch. That pop foul off the handle that time. Fuller just staying alive, making contact.
Tony was telling us he remembers that game, too. His son was playing back then.
Yeah.
I think he said he had a big quilt on that his wife made him that day. Of course, down at Amy's Quilt Room, one of our sponsors here today.
Trying to get it out. Cut. Ooh, just outside. Did not get the call for Hunter.
You missed it up in Latrobe a couple weeks ago in that cold weather. Tony had quilts all over him.
Yeah, well, he's got an inside track on those big quilts.
Yes.
Here's the pitch. And low and outside, so in the dirt, runs the count 4, I believe.
Maybe you can let us know if you get them custom made for custom sizes.
Maybe
something
get
good to know.
WMBS logos on
That
there.
would be nice. That would be nice. Maria Suss tells us. Go ahead.
Strike 3 called, and Fuller did not like that one. Thought it was a little bit low, but Hunter gets the call for the first out of the inning.
Maria Suss tells us EF's getting beat pretty badly. Not sure the exact score. She's trying to find out for us. We appreciate it, Maria. Passing along the information.
I'm sure the Ringgold dugout will be happy to hear anything in that range.
Hell of an opportunity. That's going to be a big game tomorrow for the Rams up in Carroll Township.
Andrew Mackey will step in with a double back in the second.
Could end up being a win-and-you're-in situation for Ringgold.
Yeah. Walk in the 4th and struck out in the 5th. Did score a run. First pitch in for a strike, so Hunter trying to follow up that strikeout with another K to Andrew Mackey, but Mackey with a different idea with runners on second and third. Pitch high and outside, 1-1.
This game could end a little early too, Gary. Here in the top of the 6th, 9-0. Ringgold over Uniontown. Rams get another run across. Red Raiders will still have 3 cracks at it in the bottom half of the 6th inning. But if this game's, what are we getting here?
We got a balk call. Hunter apparently came to his stretch and then pulled up from the stretch. That's a balk, and that's going to be a run score to make it 10-0.
Now, does Mackey get an RBI for that?
No.
No. That'll bring up Ashton Ray. So it's a 5 across here in the inning.
So Callaway scores. Now runners on second and third.
They'd get an RBI if it was a normal walk.
Yes, he would. Strike called now. The runners on second and third. This is Ashton Ray at the plate. Misses.
He's the 9th Ram to bat here in this top half of the 6th inning. Been a long inning.
Ten to nothing is the score as Hunter brings it to the plate. Gets a called strike 3, so that's the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Lorenzo Glasser again for his second at bat of the inning.
Glasser gets on. The Rams will start going through the order for the 5th time.
Have to do some editing work.
Yes,
on our
I did that.
scoreboard.
Change the 7 to 6, 8 to 7, 9 to 8, all that good stuff.
First pitch in for a strike to Glasser. Walk to start off this inning. Came around to score the first run. That one's low and outside. Good block there by Sparks. 1-1.
Maria tells us it's 10-0 West Mifflin in the 6th. Amy's Quilt Room checking in. They're going to look into getting you a WMBS, a quilted wall hanging quilt. A little smiley face. We appreciate it. See how you do, Gary's ask. And
that's right.
You can get stuff done.
High curveball. 2-1 now to Lorenzo Glasser.
And that would be great for Tony because then he can go to the games and actually have a WMBS quilt on.
There you go.
How about that? Maybe they can have that for football season.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No.
2-1 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 2-2. Glasser, the 10th Ringgold Ram to come to the plate here in the top of the 5th. Top of the 6th, I'm sorry. There's a pitch again. Swing and a miss. So Glasser strikes out to end the inning, but not before Ringgold puts 5 more on the board and leads 10-0. Uniontown coming to bat and needing something to come across the plate to keep this game going here on WMBS. C. Harper Sports Afternoon, brought to you by Penn Residential.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Zebley, Mahalev & White. It's gonna be alright.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, and welcomes sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Here we go with the bottom half of the 6th inning. Uniontown needing to put something up on the board to keep this game going, and Glasser still on the hill for Ringgold, facing Aiden Martin, the designated hitter. Looks at strike one.
It's going to be Martin, Uphold, and Hawk here in the home half of the 6th.
Foul back now off the...
He caught it off the lights.
Ricocheted off the right lights, and Mamie come over and grab that. Nice little play.
Lucky that thing didn't shatter up there. It's all they need down here is knocking down more lights.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball well outside. So Martin goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Uphold. Try to get something going here for Uniontown. Maybe some momentum going into tomorrow's game.
Have an opportunity to play spoiler again with West Mifflin knocking off Elizabeth Forward 10-0.
Strike
and
called.
Ringgold winning 10-0 here. The Rams could pick up a win and get into the WPIAL playoffs tomorrow.
Yeah, nice comeback for them with just 3 wins so far in the season.
Understand our friends at the Triple I High School Sports Network will have that game for you tomorrow if you want to check some of it out for your Ringgold fans. And our colleagues at Triple Live will have that up. Ringgold and Uniontown tomorrow. I'm sure the Red Raider fans want to tune in there as well.
High and outside, so staying alive in there is Tanner Uphold.
Again, Gary and I will be at German Masontown Park for Laurel Highlands and Albert Gallatin tomorrow. Simulcast with the South Union Township Sports Network and live video as well on both the WMBS and South Union Facebook pages.
Foul back there by Uphold once again, staying alive.
Who knows, Gary? Maybe we'll see 15 innings again tomorrow. You never know.
Could happen.
Could happen.
Albert Galveston looking to try to find a spark late in their season.
Looks like they're going to miss out on the postseason as well. And again, they're trying to work with Uniontown to get a game together next week here at Bailey Park, in which it would be Uniontown Senior Day. Teams that don't make the WPIAL playoffs can still play games until you get to a maximum of 20 regular season games for the year.
That pitch from Glasser just a bit outside.
I'm sure the kids wouldn't mind getting a few more games in, especially against another local school.
No doubt. Uphold choking up, and now he'll hit a little looper behind second base, going out and making the grab is the shortstop.
It's Callaway.
Callaway. Couldn't see whether that was the shortstop or the second baseman, but Callaway does make the catch behind second base for the second out.
That wasn't an easy play either.
No,
Callaway's had a couple of nice grabs like that today.
That's going to bring up.
We think it's Hawk.
No, I believe that is Kuhn.
Okay, Mason Kuhn, yeah, you're right on the second switch they made there.
Just outside.
It is Mason Kuhn.
So Kuhn getting his first opportunity at the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Ringgold holding on to that 10-0 lead.
Kuhn, a .364 average for Uniontown.
Foul back.
Church bells ringing here at 6 o'clock here on WMBS Uniontown Wednesday afternoon.
Pretty quick moving game from the first 4 innings, but then kind of
died out a little bit.
Yes. Pitch by Glasser, high and outside. So Kuhn getting an opportunity here late in the game, late in the season for Uniontown. Glasser with the signal. And the pitch, just a little bit low, did not get the call.
Close.
Kuhn trying to keep things going with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
And 10-0.
That's outside, and he does with a walk. And looking at the scorebook, I believe that is the first walk of the, no, second walk. First one was by way of a balk, though.
Correct. Now Sennett back in the 3rd inning.
So that's going to bring up Eric Odom. Singled his last time up. One of the 4 hits that the Uniontown Red Raiders have against Glasser. Strike called on the outside corner.
Good pitch there.
Glasser checks the runner, gets his signal, works from the stretch. Breaking pitch in there for strike 2.
A couple of nice pitches again from Glasser, looking for the 6th inning complete game here against the Red Raiders.
Shutout, if he can preserve it. 0-2 pitch, way outside. Tried to get him to chase. Good idea. Sun now.
Warming back up.
Warming us up.
You get grass to cut, you can cut it tonight.
Yes, sir. Here's a pitch. That's outside. Runner going. And that will put Coons in scoring position.
Maybe lost it there.
Yeah, count now 2-2. Big jump there by Coons. I doubt that Mamie would have had a shot at him at second regardless. So let's see if Odin can drive in a run. There's a little looper over second base that could drop. His son got in the... Oh, he got it. I'm sorry.
Mackey.
Making the catch. I thought the son had played havoc with him, but he was able to shield it and make the catch in shallow right center field for the out to end things here at Bailey Park with the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Ringgold Rams. Our final 10-0. We'll be right back to tell you all about it here on WMBS.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 57th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 57 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work. But you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Back here at historic Bailey Park, 10-0 your final score. Uniontown defeated by the Ringgold Rams. Rams a 10-0 win over the Uniontown Red Raiders here in 6 innings. And Gary's here with your game recap.
Thanks, Brian. For the Ringgold Rams, those 10 runs, just 7 hits, and they did commit 2 errors. They left 9 men on base, Brian, but some key hitting for the Ringgold Rams and taking the opportunity to score when the Red Raiders gave them the opportunity, had them with the 10-run Mercy Rule game. For Ringgold, Chad Barrent, I will say that correctly, was 2 for 3. He had 2 RBIs. Hunter Mamie was 0 for 3, but he had an RBI on a hit by pitch. Eli Calloway 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Remington Lessman 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Gage Fuller, a couple doubles that got things really going for the Ringgold Rams. He was 2 for 3. And Andrew Mackey 1 for 2 with an RBI. For Uniontown, no runs, just 4 hits. They committed a couple errors, and most tellingly, they left a bunch of runners on base, 8 runners, a lot of those with nobody out, and failure to take advantage of those opportunities throughout the game. So that's our final. Ringgold 10, Uniontown nothing, and we'll be back. Well, Ringgold will be back playing Uniontown tomorrow down at their home field, looking for the opportunity to sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, Rams improved 8-9 overall, 4-7 in conference play. Loss drops Uniontown to 3-12 overall, 2-9 in conference play. As Gary said, these two teams meeting at 4 o'clock tomorrow at Ringgold. We're back on the air from German Mason Town Park tomorrow for Laurel Highlands at Albert Gallatin. Now wrap it up from historic Bailey Park. Again, your final score 10-0 in 6 innings. The Ringgold Rams defeating the Uniontown Red Raiders. For Jerry Dupay, Gary Frankhauser, Nick Barczyk, back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. This is Brian Morozak. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score, Ringgold 10 and Uniontown nothing. So everybody.
Penn Residential is a fast-growing human services.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. You guys used to have them back in the day. Thank you.